Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to our coverage of Michigan high school basketball, live on YouTube, presented by the GI Tech School Broadcasting Program. Tonight, the 17-3 Shepherd Blue Jays have made the very short trip up to Mount Pleasant to take on the 14-6 Mount Pleasant Oilers. The Blue Jays are looking to knock off the Oilers after coming off a dominating 69-38 win over Pinconning. As for the Oilers, they're looking to bounce back after a tough loss at home last Friday to one of the best teams in the state in Grand Blanc. Tonight we're also honoring the life and legacy of an Ithaca football player named Brady Hasbrook. The B4 Foundation has been selling t-shirts all night long at the gate, as well as raising money and support for people with mental health conditions. And both schools' fans are decked out in blue and gold for support of Ithaca and the Hasbrook family. And with that, we say welcome to Mount Pleasant High School. I'm Brenton Scobie, joined by Tyler Metner and Brock Binder. And boys, what do the Oilers need to do to get a win tonight in their final home game in a big matchup with the Shepherd Blue Jays?
I think, personally, what they've been doing all year long, they've been feeding the ball to their top three guys, that's being Drew Barbie, Logan Brochuk, and Monty Green. Those key guys are averaging like 10-plus points a game. I think if they can feed them the ball, they got a really good shot at winning tonight.
I think they just got to forget what happened against Grand Blanc, move on. That was a freak accident, lost by 20-plus, maybe 30-plus. I forgot the score, but just got to forget that and go back to what they've been doing all year, like you said, Tyler.
All right, we're going to send it to a quick break. We'll be back right after the national anthem for the game between Mount Pleasant and Shepherd. Stay tuned.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
I am confident.
I am passionate.
I am strong.
I
am
an athlete.
Girls play today because of those who came first. The leaders, coaches, officials, trailblazers, made possible by the passing of Title IX more than 50 years ago.
No person shall be excluded
From participating
on the basis of sex. And girls have done so much more than participate. From the first MHSAA champions to the latest and newest. Title IX confirmed what we already knew. Girls can play, and they benefit greatly from being involved in high school sports.
I am competitive.
I am determined.
I am fearless. Continue to play, to coach, to officiate. Continue giving back, because 50 years is just the beginning. You were once inspired by those who came first. Now, be the inspiration for those who come next.
Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome back to Mount Pleasant High School. First off, boys, look around. This place is absolutely packed. Time for a great matchup. These two schools are really close. That would explain the big crowd. And all seniors in the starting lineup tonight for the Oilers. And so being replaced in the starting lineup tonight is Logan Brodychuk by senior Jarrett Kremstrider. And the students were really happy to see Jarrett start. Doesn't get as many minutes as some other guys, but he's on the floor to start tonight. It's going to be Barbie to go up for the tip for the Oilers and Flannery to go up for the Blue Jays. And it's won by Barbie. And it's tapped to the Blue Jays, and then Scooter Polk will recover, and so the Oilers will start with the ball.
Scooter Polk already seeing that aggressive defense right there to get the ball, start the Oilers off on offense. Here we go.
Now it's Polk out top, kicks it to Kremstrider. He'll give it to Aiden Klein, and now it's up top for Armani Green. Green into the lane. Now it's Barbie penetrating. Barbie to the rim with the reverse, can't get it to go, and the board comes down to the Blue Jays. And now here comes Dysinger for Shepherd. And we have a foul already. I believe that's going to go into Kremstrider down low. It is indeed on Kremstrider.
One thing I want to look at is how long they keep Jarrett Kremstrider in this game before putting Logan Brodychuk back in.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Coach Shell does with that. The Blue Jays get it in. It's Walters facing up against Scooter Polk, driving his way to the rim. It was blocked by Polk, and the rebound comes down to Kremstrider, and now here comes Amani Green. Tell you what, boys, this might be the biggest student section we've had all year, and now it's Klein. Dishing it back out to Amani Green in the corner. Green, skip pass, Kremstrider for three. Kaboom!
I would be lying if I said I didn't think that was going to happen tonight.
What a shot for Jarrett Kremstrider. That might be the loudest this gym has been all year. And now here come the Oilers on defense.
I think definitely they got a little bit more momentum than they did the last game.
Three-pointer for the Blue Jays, and they can't answer, and Aiden Klein has the rebound. Up ahead to Barbie. Barbie into the lane, kicks it out to Aiden Klein. Klein skip pass to Green. Step back three, thought about there by Green. He decides not to take it. Now it's Barbie to the rim. Tough take, and it won't roll in, and the rebound comes down to Dysinger.
You mentioned the crowd. It's not just our students, it's their students too. This place is packed.
And if you just look up in general, it's not just the students who have come out, it's just general community members who have filled this gym to the brim, and we have a great atmosphere for some high school basketball. And I'm not trying to jinx anything, but the band is also in the house tonight for the Oilers, and the Oilers haven't lost this season when the band has been in the house. They're 3-0. That shot won't go, and another rebound there for Kremstrider, and now here come the Oilers. Now Green will slow it down. Now he'll drive his way to the rim before he was fouled. So the Oiler basketball underneath.
You know, even though he's not in there now, one of Mount Pleasant's main focus is to utilize their game inside the paint, especially with Logan Brodychuk. With his size, he has great post work and definitely get a lot of points.
They get into Scooter Polk. Polk went up and over top of a Blue Jay to make that catch. And now it's Aiden Klein. Klein skips it to the corner to Barbie. Barbie looking for a way to get it back to Green. Now he does. Green, step back, and it rims off. And the rebound comes down to the Blue Jays. And here comes Shepherd. Corner three. Short, and the rebound comes down to Scooter Polk. Now he'll slow it down and dish it back to Amani Green. Green. Out top, Barbie for three. Just short, and the rebound comes down to Scooter Polk. And then he tried to get it to Aiden Klein, but it went off the backboard, but it ends up with Klein anyhow. Kremstrider thought about another three, pump fake, and he'll give it out top to Green. Green's jumper no good, and the Blue Jays finally control the rebounds. And we have a timeout taken by Shepherd. So we'll head to our first commercial break of the night. We'll be back on the other side of it.
So, I got my start in officiating when a friend told me I should try it. At first, I just did basketball, and I got hooked. Before long, I added baseball, softball, football, and volleyball. I really enjoyed giving back to the game, working with kids, and working with my local association to recruit and train new officials. I would like to say to anybody that officiating is a great way to help kids and stay connected to the game. We always need new officials. There's help wanted, just listen.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant High School. So we Blue Jay basketball here on the near side of the court.
Mount Pleasant checked in 4 new players, including Easton Day, Logan Broadchuck, Carter Dole, and Nick Dice. The only one remaining is Monty Green from the original lineup.
So here comes Bendel for the Blue Jays.
One thing I touched on, the offense has been very cold for both sides, other than a Crim Strider 3, which I don't think anybody saw that's how the game was going to start. There's been no scoring so far.
Now a drive to the rim, and that one drops through. Looked like that was Kazat who got the first point tonight for the Blue Jays.
One of the guys we want to keep an eye on in this Mount Pleasant offense is Easton Day. He had a very big night against Carmen Ainsworth. Even though it was a loss, he knocked down 12 points and 3-pointers. It's very impressive for a guy that young.
And Day connects from way outside, and the second three of the night for the Oilers. And actually, I don't think they hit more than 2 threes in that game against Grand Blanc. And so that's a big way for them to get hot early and get some momentum. Now here comes Green up ahead. Green to Day again from the corner, and they're going to get Amani Green with a travel. And he'll go back the other way with Shepherd.
Like we talked about earlier, the Grand Blanc game, a little disappointing, not a lot of energy, and big blowout. They just got to forget that and go back to what they've been doing all year. That was the first blowout loss of the year.
Tell you what, I think the one thing this gym is not lacking tonight is energy, so we'll see if the Oilers can capitalize on it. Bendel, heavily pressed by Green, now gets it away to Flannery. Out top to Kazat. He'll give it back to Bendel. Into the middle now, pull-up jumper, just short for Dysinger, and now here comes Amani Green. Green gets the screen from Broyachuk, now kick it to Dice in the corner. Dice gets out top to Day. Day working against Dysinger. Green driving, now kicks it out to Carter Dole. Dole to the rim, can't finish. And now here come the Blue Jays.
One thing to point out on Shepherd, right before that timeout, Mitch Walters, one of their starters, one of their key players, got hurt. He rolled his ankle. He's up and trying to move around and get back in this game right now.
And a nice tap away there from Baroyachuk, and now here come the Oilers in transition. Up ahead to Day. Day to the rim, and he scores.
Day is definitely one of the most productive of these 2 sophomores on this squad, sitting at 6 points per game and 42.5 shooting percentage from the field.
Now get it into the middle. Now it's back out top. Now it's a kick out to Flannery. And a nice hustle play there from Broyachuk to tap it away, but it'll roll out of bounds. And it will stay Shepherd basketball. So they get it into Bendel. Bendel working on McCoy Hovey. Now they get it down low to Flannery. Flannery working against Broyachuk, and he lays it in. So now here comes Easton Day for the Oilers. Day gets the screen from Broyachuk, and he'll kick it to Dole, who was not ready for it. It'll go out of bounds, and he'll head back with Shepherd. So now here come the Blue Jays. It's Dysinger to bring it up. Now he'll swing it to Bendel. Bendel working on Hovey. Bendel into the corner. Gets it into the middle. It was saved by Dice for the Oilers. And now it's Mount Pleasant bringing it up on the break. Day gets the screen from Broyachuk. Now gets it to Carter Dole. Now it's back out top. The big man for 3. Splashes it home. And the Oilers up 11-4. I believe that's our third three of the night, which I believe is more than they made the entire game against Grand Blanc.
You know, that's one of the things we talked about before the game. Logan Zborowchuk, dual threat ability to score inside but also from outside the arc. Great shooter.
Dysinger rattles home the tough corner three, and the lead's back down to 4. Here comes Day. Now we'll give it to Carter Dole. Dole gets the screen, and now the Oilers are working around to the corner to Hovey. Hovey kicking out to Dole. Now Dole will give it to Easton Day. Day driving, spinning, now gives it out top. Dice thought about the three, and now give it to McCoy Hovey. Now it's Day. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Now he'll swing it to Dole, who'll swing it back to Brochuk. Jab step three. Money! And the Oilers put another three on the board. They are red hot from outside so far, and they're putting on a show from three-point land. Bendel lost it. Now it'll come down to Flannery. And now we have a foul on the Oilers. And that's going to go against Carter Dole. And now 2 free throws coming for the Blue Jays.
Quick scoring recap here before we get to the end of the first quarter. Logan Brochuk leads the Oilers with 6 points, followed by Easton Day with 5.
First free throw, up and no good. It was TJ Powell who couldn't knock it down. And now here come Aiden Klein, Drew Barbie, and Scooter Polk. So here's the second free throw. And that one goes through. And he cuts the lead down to 6. And now here comes Easton Day with 20 seconds to go. Day will get the screen from Brochuk. Day into the middle. Day lost the basketball, and there's a fight for it. Day puts it up, rattles off, and it's tapped back up at the rim, and it won't go down. And that's how we'll end the first quarter. 14-8 the score. We'll see you on the other side of this short commercial break.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
So, I got my start in officiating when a friend told me I should try it. At first, I just did basketball, and I got hooked. Before long, I added baseball, softball, football, and volleyball. I really enjoy giving back to the game, working with kids, and working with my local association to recruit and train new officials. I would like to say to anybody that officiating is a great way to help kids and stay connected to the game. We always need new officials. There's help wanted, just listen.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant High School. Welcome back to Mount Pleasant High School. First quarter in the books. Oilers with a 14-8 lead over the visiting Shepherd Blue Jays, and it'll be Oiler basketball to start the second period.
So after the first quarter, Oilers have been hot from three-point range. They haven't really got anything down low going, but three-point range, they are super hot, and let's see if they can continue it here.
Brochuk give it to Barbie. Now we'll swing it to Easton Day. Day gets out top to Polk. Polk will swing it to Barbie. Barbie into the lane, lost the basketball, puts up the reverse, and it's no good. And the rebound comes down to Walters. Walters up ahead, coast to coast. Can't finish through contact, and the board comes down to Aiden Klein.
One thing we looked at was Walters came off an ankle injury earlier. He got put back in. He looks like he's hobbling a little bit on it. We'll see how he does the rest of the game.
Brochuk up on 2 Blue Jays. A tough finish there from the big man Borodachuk. And now he's got 8 on the night.
No, Roach, I don't think anything's a tough finish. He makes everything look so easy down there.
Walters trying to drive on Polk. There's nowhere to go. And that pass was tipped, but it'll stay in possession of Shepherd. Now it's back out to top to Dysinger. Dysinger, step back, Nowhere to go, and he'll give it out top to Kazat. Kazat driving. Lay-in goes. That was a really tough finish there from Kazat. And now here come the Oilers. Klein gets it down low to Borodachuk. And now they're going to be a foul down low on the Blue Jays. It'll be Mount Pleasant basketball underneath.
One thing to do look at is Barbie's been really struggling right now to put points on the board. He's got a lot of shots up. He just hasn't got any to follow. See if anything changes here in the second quarter.
Yeah, you got to think this. Oilers got a 6-point lead right now. It's obviously a lot more than what they had last game against Grand Blanc. So what do they got to do to build, Brock?
Borodachuk fouled at the rim by Flannery, and now Brock, tell us what the Oilers need to do.
They need to just keep shooting 3-point range. Maybe get better in the mid range and finish down low, but keep playing good defense, keep shooting the ball, and just keep building off the momentum from the fans and the crowd here.
Another thing, defensively, they got to limit the offensive boards by Shepherd. That's really what killed them against Grand Blanc is not being able to get the second chance points.
First shot there for Borodachuk, up and good. And now Scooter Polk will come off. He's replaced by Amani Green.
Not sure about you guys, but I wish they put Jared Crimstrider back out there to shoot some more threes.
Well, he has 3 of the first 18 for the Oilers, and Borodachuk knocks both of them down, and their lead's back up to 8. Dysinger now is double teamed. There's a nice trap that the Oilers are implementing now, and here comes Amani Green up ahead to the rim, and he can't finish. He missed the bunny, and now here comes Shepherd.
Got a little scared from the pressure coming from the back.
Flannery can't finish, and Borodachuk corrals the rebound. And now here come the Oilers. Borodachuk kicking out. Barbie looking for somewhere to go. He gets it to Amani Green. Green, deep 3. Got it! What has gotten into these Oilers tonight? That's their 5th 3 of the night already. And their lead's up to 11. Bendeley gets it in the middle. Now it's down low to Flannery, who lays it in.
One thing you touched on, Scully, was they only made 2 or 3 threes against Grand Blanc. So I have a feeling Coach Shaw probably circled that and worked on shooting a lot this last couple weeks of practice.
Dysinger to the rim, can't get the finger roll to go. And now the follow is cleaned up by Cam Williams. And now a couple quick buckets from Shepherd cuts the lead back down to 7.
Monty Green looks to be shaking up a little bit. He's hobbling on that foot. 2 falls. See if anything changes with his play.
Green gets out top to Borodachuk. Another 3. That one's no good. Tell you what, that might be one of the only misses so far tonight for the Oilers from 3. And now Aiden Klein to the rim and is fouled. And he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Klein's a solid free throw shooter, so he hit 55%.
So here's the first shot from Aiden Klein. Up and no good off back iron. And he's got one more. Here's the second shot from Aiden Klein. And that one's no good either. And now the rebound will go out of bounds off of the Blue Jays, and it'll stay on this end of the floor.
Once say Polk and Klein have been hustling around on these loose balls and giving the balls back to the Oilers with their aggressiveness tonight.
So we have Monty Green trigger the inbound here for Mount Pleasant. Toss it into Barbie. Now get it out top to Aiden Klein. Klein kicking to the corner to Borodachuk. Looking for somewhere to go inside. Borodachuk driving into the middle, spins, puts it up in and off the glass. And the Oilers lead back up to a 9.
Borodachuk definitely feeling comfortable right now, sitting at 12 points.
And now we're gonna have a foul here on the Oilers. It's gonna be on Scooter Polk. It's his first of the night. Yeah, 8, as you had mentioned, Borodachuk with 12 points already. That's almost as many as the Blue Jays have as a team. As Flannery lays it in over top of Barbie. And now here comes Amani Green. Green gets it out top. Barbie off the extra pass from Borodachuk, can't hit the 3. And now the rebound, batted around, comes down to Dysinger. And now we're going to foul it down in the corner on Aiden Klein. And now both a couple of sophomores checking in for the Oilers, Easton Day and Nick Dice. And we have a full timeout taken by the Oilers. Tyler, why don't you tell us about 5 good reasons for our high school multi-sport participation?
Yeah, so the main reasons for high school multi-sport participation is fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help kids be a more well-rounded person, and multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at mhsaa.com.
So we've talked about how close these two schools are, and that's probably contributing to this big crowd. They're only separated by 6 miles, and looking at it on Google Maps with ideal driving conditions, it's only a 13-minute drive. So you can tell a lot of Shepherd fans have made the trip up to watch their Blue Jays, who have had a really solid season in the Jack Pine Conference, and looking to knock off a solid squad here in the Mount Pleasant Oilers tonight.
Talk about some key points for the Oilers. One of them is the guys off the bench, they need to contribute big. Easton Day's been doing pretty good tonight. See if any of the other guys off the bench start popping off.
Definitely want to keep an eye on Nick Dice. Kid can shoot the ball really well.
This will be Dysinger to start the offense here for Shepherd, guarded by Easton Day. Pass down low, saved by Dice. And now here comes Brodachuk. Brodachuk all the way to the rim. Can't get the lane to go over top of Flannery. And now here comes Walters. Walters trying to work on Dice. Spinning into the lane. And he gets it to go. That was a really nice shot there from Walters. And now here come the Oilers. Extra pass. Now it's Dice into the lane. He'll get it to Amani Green. Green kicks it out to Dice. Dice for 3. Got it! 6-3 of the night so far for the Oilers. And if my math is correct, that leaves only 8 points that leaves 8 points that don't come from outside. So the Oilers shooting really well so far tonight.
Now I touch on Nick Dice's shooting ability. Really solid shooter all the way around, shooting at 37.8 from the field and 36 from 3.
Walters gives it to Dysinger. Now into the middle to Flannery. Flannery finishes with the left hand, and he cuts the lead back down to 6. 2:53 to go before halftime. Now it's Green kicking out. Day, head fake, tough take. Can't get it to go, and the rebound comes down to Walters, and we have a foul on Easton Day.
Shea Klein checked in the game for the Oilers. The Oilers have used everybody on their team except for Carlo Rossetti, who is out for unknown reason. They've really used the bench depth tonight.
Dysinger gets it away to Kazat. Kazat had it tapped away from him by Dice, and now he rips it away from Dice. Kazat into the middle. Flannery against Shea Klein. Finishes through contact, and he can go to, if he makes the free throw, the lead will be down to 3. Flannery's first free throw of the night is up and no good. And Brodachuk will give it up ahead to Amani Green. Green gets it down low. Brodachuk, who finishes over top of Flannery for 2 more. Puts him up to 14 points on the night, which is half of the Oiler total. Flannery gets it into the middle. Spinning, working against Green, and he can't get it to go. That was TJ Powell. And now here comes Brodachuk with 1:45 to go before the break. Green thought about this 3 in transition. Now he puts it up over top of Kazat. And just like that, the Oilers put the lead back up to 8.
Oilers having a really good offensive game. The Shepherd's having just as good as an offensive game. Let's see if any of the defense can stop these offenses and fly away from this game.
Oh, and that was a nice block by Borodchuk, but they're going to get in with a foul. And he'll send Powell to the free throw line for 2 shots. It's first foul of the night on Logan Borodchuk. First free throw, and it rattles off.
That was Borodchuk's first foul. He's going to have to watch it. The Oilers really need him tonight. So if he gets a second one here, you're probably going to take him out because you don't need to lose him due to foul out.
Second free throw up and good. So he splits the pair. And with 1:27 to go, here comes Amani Green. Day working his way into the lane, now kicks it out to Green. Green, the Euro step. And he gets the finger roll layup to go off the glass. And now with 1:12 to go before halftime, here come the Blue Jays.
Another thing with Amani Green, he has a really good driving leb if he's able to finish, which he has really good skills to.
So it's Kazat now working his way in. He kicks it out to Dysinger. Dysinger now working on Dice. Dysinger throws it up over his head, and it was taken away by Borodchuk. Here comes the big man for the Oilers. Now he gets it to Amani Green, who gets out top to Dice. Dice kicks it out. Day from the corner. Got it! The Oilers continue their red-hot start, and the Oilers lead up to 12. 8 points on the night so far for Easton Day. Dysinger kicks it out. Kazat now driving in. Spins, now gives it back to Dysinger for 3, and it's no good. And Flannery scores for the Blue Jays. And the lead's back down to 10 now with 12 seconds to go in the half. What will Amani Green do here for the Oilers?
Oilers really got to stop letting offensive rebounds. They could really run on the game. They stop letting those happen for extra points.
Step back 3 at the horn. It's no good, and that's how the first half will end. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We have a special halftime for you. Chris Bachman had the opportunity to sit down with Terry and Logan Hesbrook to talk about the B4 Foundation, and you can listen to a shortened version of that interview during our halftime break. We'll see you on the other side of it.
Welcome to a special edition of Spock Sports Show as we honor a local high school sports legend.
Chris Bachman here with you on a special edition of Spock Sports Show. You know, some things much bigger than sports, and I'm just really honored, proud to be joined by Terry and Logan Hesbrook to talk about Brady and the B4 Foundation established. Honor the memory of Brady and to bring awareness to mental health. And scholarship's going to be rewarded for, you know, class, what they do in the class, what people do in sports in the community. We'll talk about that and kind of get towards the bottom. But first, I wanted to, you know, thank you, Terry. Thank you, Logan, so much for joining me. Like I said, this is something that's going to be hard for these guys to do, and it might end up being hard for me to do at some points. But I think both of you guys know this is important stuff to talk about, and you guys want to talk about this and raise awareness about mental health. Is why you guys want to do this, isn't it?
It's absolutely the reason we want to do it. Is we want to get information out to people so other families never have to go through this, hopefully, what we're going through currently.
Yeah, and talk about, you know, some good stuff, some fun stuff here. Brady on the football field, and Logan, you didn't get to play with him. You said you were 6 years older, but let's start with asking you, what do you remember about watching Brady out on the gridiron?
He reminded me a lot of myself. I remember going to his youth football games, and Uncle Terry always said that he's got a little bit of Logan in him. And with that being said, I was a very confident player, and he played that way with a lot of energy. And Brady was the same way. He was a team player. He always has been. But he's always been a leader, too. And that's the most important thing that Brady brought to the table. It didn't matter who you were, what you'd been through. You know, he's always going to be there for you. And, you know, that was the same thing he had for all his teammates. It was bigger than the game itself. He was competing every single day. He was competing with his own mind every day. And, you know, it's those battles that are off the field that people don't see. And that's truly the hardest fights and the hardest games that you're going through is the game of life.
All right, and now what do you remember about him on the football field? What's the first thing you think of?
You know, Brady was a special player from a young age. He was a very talented young man on the field. You know, he could always really throw the football, and he had the ability to run. But I think the thing that sticks out to me is he didn't really embrace the spotlight. And I think a quarterback position is it's a position that you're in the spotlight quite a bit. And he never, he'd rather give the attention to somebody else. He'd rather give the attention to his linemen or to his receivers or to the coaches, whoever was calling the plays, those type of things. And so, but I loved that he had a little Logan in him. He had a little bit of that swag, and because I think you need that. I think you need that to be successful on the field or the court or wherever it is.
Now let's talk, some about the foundation. I see you got the wristband wear, and you guys have had the GoFundMe account going, which when I looked yesterday, it was at $47,000. How does that make you guys feel to have support like that from your community?
Loved.
I think it's a combination of love, but it's also people know that what these funds are going to go to. So, is that also just for the support of who Brady was as an individual, or is that also people calling for help too? Because there's so many classes that I went through in high school, so many classes I went through in college, not one time was mental health talked about, right? As an athlete, as I was playing Division I football, right, you're talked about taking care of your body. Last time I checked, my brain is a part of my body, right? You're never told that. As an athlete, you're held to this gladiator
mentality.
This mentality that it doesn't matter. And it's not anything against, the coaches that you're a part of. It's the game of sports, and it's who you are as a person too. And it's so easy to continue to hide, behind a fake smile, behind a laugh, and truly not be in touch with your emotions. And I think that a lot of people are seeing that now, especially with COVID. With COVID 2 years ago, I had spoken out on my own struggles on Facebook on my mental health battles, and suicide rates had went up over 400% as a nation. Well, now as technology keeps coming, there's only going to be more distractions. There's only going to be more issues that young minds are going to be exposed to. It's changed so much, and I'm 26 years old, and it's changed drastically in 10 years. So, it's a great thing, and we are so appreciative of it, but this is just the beginning of something.
And now, how do people get involved with this or whatever? So you guys got the GoFundMe page or whatever, and I think this is where, and he's telling you he's not handing off to Mike Terry. This is all you guys here. This is your brother-in-law sitting with us?
Yeah, Steve Shantz. Yeah.
We'll at least throw him under the bus here a little bit. So you guys have this going on. How do people get involved? And I'll throw myself under the bus. If you call the station, 779-1043, I will be able to connect you in the right places and everything. But, now he is handing it off. This is Steve that's joining us now.
Yeah, hi, Steve Shantz. I was Brady's uncle. I'm Brady's uncle.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Steve. And so seems like you're maybe spearheading, this part of things or whatever. And so what's kind of going on with the foundation? How can people get involved? I know, like, Bill Wilshire's doing a dart tournament coming up here in a little bit. You guys are going to have all kinds of stuff going on as well. And if somebody wants to get involved, somebody wants to put on an event, how would they go about doing so, getting a hold of you guys and whatnot?
First, we're working on our website, so that should be up here hopefully by the end of the month. We're waiting on the state for to officially make us a nonprofit organization. So a little delay on the state's end there, so we'll throw them under the bus for a little bit. Yeah. Once we get our nonprofit set up and entity rolling, we'll have the website up. We've reached out to the local school districts and a lot of different entities. The things that we've been asked is, how are we going to be different from Do It for Daniel? And Terry and Jeff are friends and have known each other for a long time, and we certainly don't want to step on any toes. So I think we're going to take an approach where we're going to really focus on the events. We're going to push a lot of different events based on B4. We've got some great gear and some swag coming with the bracelets and shirts, and our logo is professionally made, developed, and it looks really great. It's very professional, and we're really going to be working with the schools in the state of Michigan and just seeing what else they need. More than anything, I think it's resources. So our goal is to obviously raise funds and provide resources. We'll partner with 988 or the what used to be the suicide prevention hotline and work with them. We'll definitely we're not going to be inventing materials and things like that on our own. We're going to be partnering with them. We're going to be an entity for the schools. We're going to obviously have some speakers. We've got 2 great speakers right here that could do a great job. But again, Do It for Daniel's already there, and that's a great cause, and they've had some great success. So, we see ourselves different but kind of the same, and that's our goal, is to continue to raise money. We've got the sports tie, so we're really going to be pushing a lot of the different sports events. We're hoping to have, professional sports athletes kind of wear the gear, get that message out and start to continue through the gear, through our events, is to get the message out that mental health is important and that everybody needs to pay attention to it.
You guys are going to eventually do a scholarship for that as well, like I said, and that's going to kind of be what Brady was all about. Doing it in the classroom, doing it on the field or the hardwood, and also doing it in the community too, correct?
Exactly, yeah. Yep. The scholarships, in Brady's memory and legacy, and we're looking for people to emulate that and to, step up their game like Brady did his entire life, and be a force for positive change in our state.
Steve, Terry, Logan, thank you guys so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate this. And like I said, what you guys are doing is what needs to be done, because people need to talk about this because it's so important. Like I said, it was fun talking the sports at the beginning, but sometimes sports is just not that important, is it?
That's right.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Chris.
Again, I cannot thank those two enough for taking some time to chat with me about that high school sports legend Brady and how he was even a better person and how we all need to care for each other and watch out for each other. Say if you're struggling or know somebody who's struggling, talked about that local number 211 that you can call, also 988 Crisis Lifeline that you can call anytime if you are out there and you need help. And the B4 Foundation just getting rolling. There's going to be lots more to come. So if you'd like to help out, if you'd like to get involved, said get a hold of me here, Chris at WCZY.net. Give the station a call and I will happily get you connected with Terry, Logan, and the right resources to continue to help this great charity. It's going to change lives here in mid-Michigan. Another big...
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant High School. Halftime break just finishing up. I tell you what, we were witness to a pretty good show while you guys were listening to the B4 Foundation interview with Chris Bachman. Combined boys and girls dance team did a really nice job for the fans here at halftime. And look at that student section. A ton of them out tonight in support of their Oilers. And then across the way, Shepherd actually brought a fairly large student section with them as well. So we'll see if they can bring in any noise to get their Blue Jays back in this game. So it's Ben DeLee to receive the inbound pass to start the second half for Shepherd.
So one of the things we talked about is halftime is their Mount Pleasant's defensive ability that they're giving up too many offensive rebounds to Shepherd. If they can limit that, I think they can definitely open up the lead here.
Skip pass, and Amani Green almost took it away, but it was corralled by Ben DeLee. Now it's Dysinger, sidestep into Aiden Klein, took out Klein's legs, and then missed the three, and the rebound comes down to Borodachuk. Now it's up ahead to Klein. Klein. Skip pass to Barbie. Barbie kicks to Green. Green into the lane, step back. No good, no shot put up. And he kicked out to Scooter Polk, who couldn't knock down the three. Bendeley into the unload of Flannery, who can't finish. And it tips back off to Dysinger.
Like you mentioned, the Oilers really got to start not allowing those offensive rebounds and second chance points. Those are killing them. The game could be way out of reach if they stop letting that happen.
Walters to the rim, no good. And Broachuk comes down with the rebound for the Oilers. Still no points out of the halftime break. And Polk will give it to Aiden Klein. Klein to Barbie. Barbie into the lane, now kicks it out to Klein. Klein looking for somewhere to go. Gives it out top to Amani Green. Green driving in. Green to Broachuk in the corner. Broachuk can't get the lay-in to go, but he was fouled, and he'll shoot free throws.
like to take a chance to talk about the Oilers Sports Network Instagram page. If you want to keep up with everything Mount Pleasant Athletics, go follow the Oilers Sports Network for everything basketball and Mid-Michigan Raptors hockey. As well, we will be covering baseball here in the next 7 months, along with football in the fall.
And the first free throw from Broachuk is up and good. So the first points of the second half go to the Oilers. Here's the second free throw from Logan Perotachuk. It's up and good. Here comes Bendalee for the Blue Jays. Guarded heavily by Amani Green. Into the corner. Kicks it out to Dysinger. Dysinger uses the pump fake. Guarded heavily by Aiden Klein. Aiden Klein doing a nice job to stay in front. Now it's Flannery who swings it. It's down low to Walters. Walters spinning against Polk. Trying to go up and over top of Scooter Polk, and he can't get it to go. And Scooter corrals the rebound and will bring it up for the Oilers. Green directing traffic. Now it's Polk, gets it down low to Barbie. Back out to Polk in the corner. And he can't knock down the three. And the rebound comes down to Bendalee. Bendalee up ahead to Flannery. Flannery driving in, nowhere to go. He'll get it back out to Bendalee. Flannery will take the mid-range jumper, and he can't knock it down, and Scooter Polk makes a nice grab for the rebound.
Well, has been doing really good in the defensive rebounding again, not allowing those second chance points that we talked about earlier in halftime.
So it's Green out top. Now he'll swing it to Barbie. Now it's down low to Perotachuk. Perotachuk kicks it out to Barbie. Barbie driving in, spinning to the rim, and he had it blocked from behind. Nice block there from Cam Williams, and he'll stay Mount Pleasant basketball. So they get into Broachuk. Now it's Klein for three. Aiden Klein can't get the three-pointer to go, but it'll come down to Barbie, who'll set things back up for the Oilers. Now it's Perotachuk. His three's off, and it was last touched by the Oilers. It'll be Shepherd basketball. Tyler, why don't you tell us how to get social with the MHSAA?
Yeah, so Larry just talked about, we talked about if you want to keep up with everything on Mount Pleasant Athletics, but if you want to keep up with everything around the state, go look up the MHSAA website. Look us up on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, TikTok, YouTube as well for tournament updates, event announcements, video highlights, and high school sports news from around the state. It's the best way to connect with the MHSAA every day.
Three-pointer up and no good. That was Cam Williams who couldn't connect. And now here comes Green.
Well, there's been a little cold from three-point range. They haven't been shooting as well as they were in the first half.
As Green gets to the rim and lays it in, and the Oilers extend the lead back up to 14. Now here comes Bendalee. Driving around the corner. His pass was tipped, but it gets out to Dysinger. Dysinger trying to work against Klein. Dysinger goes off glass, and he can't get it to go. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Shepherd, and it'll be Mount Pleasant basketball.
One of the key points at halftime was Shepherd ran a little bit of a zone, so the Oilers need to attack the open spots and kick out for open shooters and attack that zone. And also beat them down in transition so the zone can't set up.
Substitution for the Blue Jays. It's Kazat coming back in. He replaces Williams. Now here comes Green for the Oilers. Now it's Dice getting it down low to Barbie. Barbie banging his way in. Goes off glass, and it rattles around and out. But he'll go to the free throw line for a pair of shots.
Barbie's been struggling a little bit tonight. He's missed a lot of down low shots, just having him to roll in. Luckily he gets a foul here to put 2 on the board with 2 free throws.
Barbie is yet to score tonight. See if he can break that trend here at the charity stripe. First shot up and no good. He's got one more. Here's the second free throw from Barbie. High arcer drops through, and Barbie has his first points tonight. And a timeout taken by the Oilers. We'll take this short break with them. We'll be back on the other side of this short commercial message.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant High School. The Oilers with a 15-point lead over the visiting Shepherd Blue Jays. And with 3:45 to go in the third quarter, Shepherd looking to come down and cut into his lead. So here comes Nolan Kazat for the Blue Jays. Now he'll give it off to Bendalee. He'll give it back to Dysinger. Dysinger trying to work on Easton Day. Now it's into the middle for Flannery. Flannery kicks it out. Now it's back into the corner for Bendalee. Dysinger out top. Looking for a way inside to Flannery. And that pass inside was tapped away by Barbie. And it'll be Shepherd basketball.
No, usually how we always talk about the big three being Monty Green, Logan Brochuk, and Drew Barbie. It's kind of taking a little bit of a turn because I still got Logan Brochuk and Monty Green with 16 and 9 points. You also got Easton Day chipping in with 8 points as he's the third most on the team right now.
That rebound comes down to Amani Green. Now here come the Oilers. Green all the way to the cup. Coast to coast action for Amani Green. He'll go to the free throw line for the chance at the three-point play.
There's one of the key points you talked about, beating down the defense and getting those easy buckets. Monty Green does just that, and now when he needs to get a bucket, he gets a chance for an extra one with the free throw.
Also shows off his ability to drive right into the paint and get a layup.
Final home game tonight for the Oilers in front of their home fans. Thursday night, they head up and take the long drive up to Petoskey to take on the Northmen in what should be a tough contest to end the year before going into district play. As Amani Green's free throw's no good, and now here comes Dysinger for Shepherd. Powell to the rim. Gets the floater to roll in. Lead back down to 15.
Like you mentioned, they got one more game before districts. They've beaten every team that's in their district, so they got a good chance of the district title.
And Perodachuk was fouled on the floor before the shot. So the Oiler basketball underneath. Third foul of the half on Shepherd already. None for the Oilers.
You don't go back and talk of the district play there. They beat Midland twice. They also beat Dow and beat Central and beat Western, all by a decent amount of 12 points or more.
To get down low, Perodachuk will get out top. Dice wide open from three. Can't rattle it home. And Flannery comes down with the board for Shepherd. Dysinger hands off to Kazak. Kazak gives it back to Dysinger. And that was tapped away by Borodachuk for a second. And now that layup no good. And Green gets it up ahead to Borodachuk. Borodachuk lays it in. Here comes Dysinger for the Blue Jays. Gets into the middle. Powell lost the ball. And it was almost saved there by Amani Green as Powell goes falling to the floor. And it'll be Shepherd basketball down in the corner. Flannery, the big man for three. He splashes it home, and the lead cut to 14 there. Day spinning, now kicks it out to Green. He thought about the three from way downtown, decides not to, and now he'll get it back to Dice. Excuse me, it was Day who got it, and it was lost by Green, and now here comes Dysinger in transition. To the rim, can't lay it in, and Green comes down with the rebound. Shepherd fans are livid that there wasn't a foul call as Dysinger goes crashing to the floor. Day from way out, and he can't get that three-pointer to go in. He shot that from way downtown, and it'll be Shepherd basketball.
We've seen him make a couple of those this year. I just don't know if that's the right timing. He's got the ability to make it, but I don't know if that's the shot you really want there.
Shepherd fans still mad about the no call, and now here comes Dysinger again for the Blue Jays. And they'll get Easton Day with a foul this time. So we Shepherd basketball on the far side. It'll be Kazat to receive the inbound pass. Pass a little bit high, but it was corralled. Trying to work against Nick Dice is Nolan Kazat. Driving in, now kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way and well short, but the follow goes there for Cam Williams, and Shepherd cuts the lead to 12. Barbie hands it off to Dice. He'll give it to Amani Green. Green backing out towards the half-court stripe, looking to take most of the rest of this third quarter off the clock. They give it back across to Green. He'll give it to Day. 15 seconds on the clock. Green guarded heavily. Oilers have 10 seconds now. Barbie driving his way to the rim. Floater up and no good. He gets his own miss, puts it back up, and it goes right before the horn. That's how the third quarter will end. Oilers with a 14-point lead at the end of 3. We'll see if they can finish it out right after this short break.
So, I got my start in officiating when a friend told me I should try it. At first, I just did basketball, and I got hooked. Before long, I added baseball, softball, football, and volleyball. I really enjoy giving back to the game, working with kids, and working with my local association to recruit and train new officials. I would like to say to anybody that officiating is a great way to help kids and stay connected to the game. We always need new officials. There's help wanted, just listen.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Back to Mount Pleasant High School at the end of 3 quarters. It's the Oilers with the 46-32 lead over the visiting Shepherd Blue Jays. With 1 quarter to go, boys, what do the Oilers need to do to finish this one out?
I think they need to focus on playing defense the way they know how to and just make sure they limit Shepherd's offensive rebounds, because that's what killed them against Grand Blanc, is that they got way too many second chance points.
Dole gives it to Barbie. Barbie will now give it to Day. Day into the lane, floater, well short, and now here comes Shepherd. Bendalee gives it to Flannery. Flannery driving on Shea Klein, can't get his layup to go. But he gets his own miss and lays it back in. And there's a foul. And he'll go to the line to shoot one more. So Flannery has a chance to complete the three-point play here at the line, but he'll face the noise from the Oilers students. Free throw, up and good, and now the lead down to 11. And now here comes Easton Day. Day gives it off to Barbie, who'll give it to Nick Dice. Now it's Easton Day out top. Day will give it back to Nick Dice. Barbie gets it to Day in the corner, and now he'll get it back. Barbie into the lane, spinning, lost it, and now the rebound, the loose ball comes down to the Blue Jays and TJ Powell, and we'll have a foul on Drew Barbie. That's his second. So here comes Bendalee for the Blue Jays. Driving, kicks it out to Flannery. Flannery looking for a way inside, nowhere to go. Now it's Bendalee again. Ball's on the deck. There's a fight for it. And now Flannery will give it off to Andrew Moss, who gets the floater to go, and now the lead's down to 9. So So now here comes Barbie for the Oilers.
You know, one of the things I want to talk about, Mount Pleasant needs to get better at closing out games. The Carmen Ainsworth game, they were up by 11 at one point in the fourth quarter. Ended up giving the game away as they lost by 2.
Barbie into the lane, lost it again. It's on the ground. It comes down to Carter Dole. Dice will give it to Carter Dole, who will give it out to Barbie, and the Oilers will slow things down. Now it's into the corner. Day driving to the rim. Tough take. He's fouled on his way up. He'll go to the free throw line for a pair of shots.
One thing to look at, Oilers in the first half, really hot from outside range. Second half, not so much. They've been missing a lot. They haven't been taking a lot of shots from out there either.
So now a whole wave of substitutions getting ready to come in for the Oilers. Barodachuk, Klein, Polk, and Amani Green. And that free throw spins out for Easton Day. And coming out will be Shea Klein, Carter Dole, and Nick Dice. So here comes the second shot from Easton Day. As now Cam Williams checks back into the game for TJ Powell. Second free throw up and good, and the lead back up to 10 now for Mount Pleasant with 6 minutes to go. So here comes Bendalee for the Blue Jays. They'll get it off to Moss, and it was taken away. Here comes Barbie up ahead. Pressure from behind, he's fouled, and he can't lay it in. And he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Barbie's only got 3 points on the night, looking to add to that total here at the line.
Barbie's been a solid free throw shooter this year, shooting 60% from the line.
First one off to the left. He's got one more coming. Tell you what, I think his biggest free throw of the year was the one to end that Heritage game, in a game that the Oilers trailed by 17 at one point, and they came back and won. And he puts the Oilers lead back up to 11 now. Here comes Bendalee. Gets out top to Flannery. Flannery into the lane, and he walked. So the Oiler basketball. And now here comes Amani Green. Green gives it to Polk. Now he'll give it out to Broachuk. Broachuk into the lane. Nice take, and he lays it in.
Broachuk's had a big night. He's the main reason why the Oilers are in the lead right now. See if he can continue it down the stretch.
He's got 20 points on the night. 20 of the Oiler 50. Now here comes Bendalee. Gives it back to Flannery. Flannery to the rim, lays it in.
And Shepherd just keeps coming back. They're not letting this game get out of hand. They're coming right back. Every punch the Oilers throw, they punch one right back.
We're going to look at the top 3 players from Mount Pleasant tonight. Logan Broachuk sitting there with 20 points. Monty Green with 11. And just behind him is Easton Day with 9.
Barbie kicks it out to Green. Now Green drives, kicks to Broachuk. Broachuk for 3. No good. And Aiden Klein skies in, and they're going to give him a foul as he was going for the rebound. Second foul tonight on Aiden Klein. Now here comes Bendalee. Gets a screen, trying to work on Amani Green. And that was taken away by Scooter Polk. Polk lays it in. Timeout, Mount Pleasant. Tyler, why don't you tell us about how you can become a referee?
Yeah, so if you want to learn more about the fine art of officiating, listen to Be a Referee every week on MHSA Network. Learn the rules and mechanics of play. You will make the call, and you will find out how you can become an official. You can also listen by going to MHSA.com.
.420 to go. The Oilers lead it by 13. Both teams still in the huddle. This has been a really great atmosphere tonight. A lot of fans, probably the most we've seen all year in this building. Most students we've probably seen in the student section all year. And then to cap it off, the band has added the energy that they typically do to this building. And the Oilers, if things stay the way that they have been, they will not have lost a game this year with the band in the house.
So what do you guys think? There's got to be at least, 1,200 people here? It's a good amount for sure.
I wouldn't say there's quite that many, but there are a lot of people here. So the Blue Jays, with just under 4.5 minutes to go, trying to claw their way back into this one, as now here comes Bendeley. Bendeley lost it as he was trying to give it to Dysinger, but Dysinger has to go somewhere with it. Dysinger to the rim. Can't get it to go, and Broychuk comes down with the rebound. He's going to push the pace a little bit. Klein to the rim. Can't get the finger roll to go, and Dysinger comes down with the rebound. Bendeley, hey, taken away by Polk. He had nice anticipation there on the pass, and he lays it in.
Great defense awareness by Amani Green right there. Jumped out and just grabbed that thing.
Jumper for Bendeley drops through, and the Blue Jays cut the lead back down to 13.
Easton Day, hot hand from three-point range. He's coming to check back in this game for some late shooting.
I definitely think they can get some more shots. I think he can put this game away real fast.
Green to the rim. Can't get it to go, and Flannery comes down with the rebound. And now here comes Shepard trying to push the pace as they trail by 13. And looks like they're going to say TJ Powell was laying on the end line, and it'll be Oiler basketball.
I think I mentioned Easton Day coming in for some late shooting. We did see against Carmen, though, he hurt him a little bit. They were trying to waste some clock to end the game. They were up by 2, and he shot a quick 3, and they didn't score after that. And so you just got to be careful with that.
Barbie saw the Red Sea part, and he was blocked from behind. That was a really good take there from Barbie. But it'll be Oiler basketball with 2:43 left. Day gets it into Green. Green, step back, now gives it to Broychuk. He'll swing it to Polk. Polk gives it off to Barbie in the corner. Now he'll get it out top and move it around the key. Broychuk gets it down low to Barbie. Barbie needs somewhere to go with it. He's stuck in the corner, and now he'll get it out top to Easton Day. Day to Green for 3. Got it! That might just be the dagger. It puts the lead back up to 16 now with 2:06 left.
Now put Monty Green at 16 for the night.
Monty Green was putting that 3 the last couple possessions. He kept calling it for that corner. He finally got it and hit it.
That foul's going to go on Scooter Polk. That's his second of the night. Powell at the line for the Blue Jays. And he converts on the first free throw. And that one's short, and the rebound being tapped around, and they'll say it was last touched by Shepard, and it's Mount Pleasant basketball. Barbie gets it into Day. Now here come the Oilers. Day kicks it out to Green. Oilers looking to run the rest of this clock out. Barbie gets it to Amani Green now, and he'll swing it back across. Green hits a cutting Broychuk. Excuse me, it was Barbie who hit Broychuk, and Broychuk can't finish the slam. Might have been a little bit of contact now, and here comes Bendeley, who lost it to Easton Day. Day now will circle it back out and slow things down. Tell you what, this place might have erupted even louder if that dunk had gone down for Broychuk. And now no-look feed, and Broychuk can't finish the layup, and he cleans up his own loose change for 2 more. Tyler, why don't you tell us more about the school broadcast program?
Yeah, some more high school games more than ever can now be seen live every week on the MHSAA TV website. The school broadcasting program continues to grow with more and more schools using the NFHS Network's automated production solution to show regular season and postseason games. Check it out at mhsaa.tv.
Oh, there's going to step a whole new 5 in here.
And now one of those new 5, Carson Sander, another sophomore who just played a full JV game, comes in with the last 1:17 to go. One of the first times we've seen him on the court this year in a varsity uniform. Also back into the game, Kremstrider, McCoy Hovey, Shea Klein, and Carter Dole.
I think if any one of these guys makes a good shot, I think this place can go crazy.
So see what Shepherd does, trailing by 17 with 1 minute left. Bendalee gives it off. Williams into the lane, spinning, now kicks it back out. Flannery gets it to Dysinger. Clock down to a minute. Dysinger, pass was swatted, still loose, and now it comes back down to the Blue Jays, and we'll have a foul on the Oilers, and TJ Powell will head to the line for 2 shots. So first shot from Powell. Up and no good, he missed it short. And now here comes subs for the Blue Jays. Here's the second shot. Up and good. So now here comes McCoy Hovey to bring it up for the Oilers. Dole gives it back to Hovey. Now into the corner for Sanders. Now it's back out top to McCoy Hovey with 40 seconds left. Inside to Kremstrider, spinning, puts it up, it's short, and the rebound comes down to the Blue Jays, and now here they come with the final 30 seconds. Boys, what did the Oilers do well in the second half to come away with this win? And Powell lays it in for the Blue Jays. And now with 15 seconds left, the Oilers will dribble it out.
One thing the Oilers did good, they eliminated the offensive rebounds for Shepherd. And even though their shooting from the outside got kind of worse, they get better inside.
As Kremstrider lays it in to cap the night. What a way to end it. 5 points on the night for the senior Kremstrider. Strike up the band. The Oilers are rocking here in Mount Pleasant. They beat the Shepherd Blue Jays 61-45. You guys got any final thoughts?
Yeah, just a great all-around game by the Warriors offensively, defensively. Great three-point shooting early, and they closed it out down inside the paint.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. We hope you enjoyed it. On behalf of our entire school broadcasting program crew, for Tyler Metner and Brock Binder, I'm Brenton Scobie saying so long and have a good night. The Oilers win it 60-45 over the Shepherd Blue Jays.